6. Man Toga, SRS runway, auto thrust is blue. 80 knots, thrust set. 2500. 31. Rotate.
Hello, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another last minute live coming at you from the V1 HQ here in cloudy, low-vis Georgia, where we are currently sitting in the sim as well at Atlanta Hartsfield International Airport, where I will be reporting for my real-world flight in approximately, time is it, 12:30, 1800, so it's 6 p.m. tonight. I'll be right where we are. Well, probably not where we are because I think I'm on the, I don't even know what gate we're at, but same thing, you get the idea. It should be fun. We flew the airplane in the sim right after I finished flying the airplane. Now we're going to fly the airplane in the sim right before I go fly the airplane. And yes, I am in the V2500 powered bird tonight, so it's going to be maximum juice. I figure we're going to do a quick flight down to Orlando in some old AirTran ops. Take a look at this livery just released. Now, technically speaking, this AirTran A320 was actually operated by Ryan International, not Ryan Airlines that you're familiar with in Europe, but Ryan International, call sign Ryan, and technically it would have been out on the West Coast, but I never pass up a good opportunity to do a little AirTran livery juice with a 320 And we've been on the West Coast a lot. I've got a West Coast cactus special coming up here at the end of the week we're going to do. So I figured let's just stay East Coast and let's fly a route that I'm actually going to be flying tomorrow. Anyway, I think I'm going to Orlando tomorrow. We shall see. But it's going to be fun. If you want this livery, exclamation point, a livery, check it out. It is released. We got gifted members already. Xylabo, thank you for gifting 10 members to the channel and also becoming a member yourself, man. Appreciate the support. Thank you very much for that. That's very kind of you. If you all picked up a membership for Mr. Xylabo, make sure you say thank you. Check out the members only content, dropping shorts, videos, some old podcasts. Anyway, Ryan there with a mustache. Hey, Ron, good to see you, man. Welcome in, everybody. Well, we're not going to waste too much time. Not that it's a waste of time. We're not going to spend too much time here because I still would like to get I'm just going to reset that. I would like to finish the stream, have time to get some lunch before I go to work. Oh, we got a JetBlue over there, Fire Department JetBlue, and a Speedbird. We're over on the Southwest gates, I think. I thought I put us on the Southwest Pier. I don't know, because Southwest AirTran, merger to get into Atlanta, get into Delta's backyard. Good stuff. So here we are, reset, and into the cockpit we shall go. And I also have one more, something extra juice I want to show you. Check this out. Courtesy of Force Raptor, I believe is how you say his name, made this one, made two of them. I put this one in first and I liked it. I might try the other one just to see with the American flag ghosted, but I don't know. This one is pretty much spot on juice for the background. If you want this, you can, it's in the Discord. You can pick it up and throw it in for your Fenix tab if you so wish. Either way, I just think that looks so cool. So appreciate the support. Did he say podcast? Yes. Guru KN, thank you for the support of 8 months, my friend. I think it'd be fun watching you from the FO view. Oh, boy. Yeah, that'll mess with my head there for a little bit. Talk about landing off centerline. We'll be landing all over the place. I did adjust some stuff today, and I want to show y'all what I'm running. That way, in case it works out, you can do the same thing. So I've changed my brakes for the first time ever. I've never messed with brake settings. But I'm going to show you my whole rudder pedal setup right now. And I've juiced up or I've tightened down my MFG crosswinds. I love the way they feel. So I'm liking them. But this is what I did. I used to always run linear brakes. I'm going to try this today. Now, I like the way that the nose bounces on the oleo strut in this Block 2. However, I felt that I personally was triggering it too rapidly with the way the brakes were set up. So I've kind of stretched out and made a parabolic curve here for my brakes. Now, realistically in the airplane, I only ever use about this much moment. I'm going to pause the alert box. Thank you all for the support. Appreciate y'all becoming members. But yeah, we're going to have to, I might just have to revamp the alert box and just have it audio less. But appreciate you all. Thank you for the support. So take a look at those. Screenshot that if you want them. There's my rudders. I'm running 30 curve on the crosswind, 90% reactivity. That's kind of what I like right there. But we're going to see how these brakes feel on the taxi out. So, and if you want to see my sensitivities, like I told you, this should be minus 20. I just missed it. Minus 20, reactivity all the way up. That's what I'm running as per the recommended settings. So let's fire this puppy up and get out of here, shall we? Waste no time. 25.6 is what we're looking for. We got that. Battery 1, battery 2, external power on. Get this thing fired up here. We'll let the airplane come to life. Going to Miami this weekend. Booked on Lufthansa. 74 and 346. But now everyone's on strike. Hope it's still happening. Hey, well, best of luck to you, man. Best of luck. Dougal McTavish. Good to see you, man. About time Dougal became a member. Dougal's been a member since before there were members. He's just freeloading now. I'm just messing, Dougal. Hope you're well, my man. Hope you have a good rest of your week. Thanks for tuning in. Brandon Aviation said, I just did some searching, Cap. These were flown on this route back in the day. These were flown on this route. Well, hey, even better. For some reason, I thought it was West Coast AirTran 320 Ryan International Ops. But I could be, like I said, I mean, if it was on this route, even better. Even better. I literally just downloaded this livery. When I saw it, I was like, oh, yeah, I'll fly that. Ferric, yeah, this livery is awesome. The AirTran, while I only flew it a handful of times, for some reason, I just remember seeing it. It was so iconic, and the old 7.3s, and just it hits home for me. It hits me in the field. So we flew the 737, the PMDG with it. But if you want this livery, exclamation point livery, it's on the FSTO. That'll bring you right to it. And then, of course, we've got the other hometown feel. livery, which I will probably stream. I'm going to aim probably for Thursday. We're going to do a cactus operations. Baby blue, America West. Gotta love it. All right, there's ground control CVR test. Captain Pers, Captain. 1, 2, and 3 on the 8 ears. Boom, we'll get these fired up, ready to go. Strobe into position auto, nav position 1. Arm, or put those in auto. Arm the emergency exit lights. Going up the overhead, everything looks good here. We'll do a little fire test. Down to South Florida, McAllen. Going down to South Florida this evening. All right, those are all set up. It's a late night turn. I got to switch my body clock around. I've been doing the early morning turns where I get back around 1 in the afternoon or 12 noon, but I'm getting up at like 5:30, 6 a.m. Now, I'm not going to get back till 11-ish p.m., midnight-ish. I don't remember. I just know it's late, so I got to flip my body clock around. All right, FMGC. Oh, look at that. V2527-A5. That's what we're going to see tonight. Got to love it. Alan Cantor dropping a massive 20 gifted membership to the channel as well. Alone? Very, very kind. Appreciate that. Please, if you pick up a Team Green, make sure you say thank you to the gifter. Very, very kind. We get a lot of V1 Nation. You guys are awesome. I'm biased, obviously, but I think V1 Nation is the best nation. Thank you for the support for each other. You know, someone spending their money so you can become a member on this channel. Just gotta love it all the way around. Thank you, Elon. Massive membership gift. Appreciate you. All right, we're operating as Ryan, so our call sign is not Citrus. I believe it's just Ryan. I could be wrong. Ryan 357. Cost index, we're going 99 down there. Oop, not 9. We'll do 99. It'll be short flight. Cruise flight level. What did we file? I don't know. Let me see. Doesn't say. 370. That's aggressive, but we'll put it in there. 370. That is set. All right. I just want to ask, Tolus or Fenix? You know what? I haven't flown the Tolus in a long time, so I don't know, to be honest with you. I gotta have to get back in the Tolus to give it a fair shake. I minimized my Iveo thing. There it is. There. I had to get my Iveo back. I think ground is online, actually. We might have to call ground, so just mess with my screens. All right, that looks good. Let's pull up the weather, shall we? Let's come over here. Let's go McDo. And let's start. Let's do GSX. Let's do GSX. Let's get everything going at the same time. So, ground ceviches. No, weight and balance. Load aircraft. GSX. No touchy. No touchy. It's gonna do all of its stuff. Hopefully it picks Southwest. That would be funny. Oh, AccuFleet. Dang it. I'm not gonna touch anything. We're gonna let GSX loading do its thing here for a second. Oh, there goes the cargo doors. V1, how fast can you leave after you get at the gate? What post-flight activities do you have to do? Me? Well, the left seat, I can just bounce. I can delegate any of the post-flight activities to the first officer, but most of the time, it's pretty quick. I either hang out, you know, until we're done boarding, or I'll just peace out. It depends. Late at night tonight, I'll probably just set the brake, run the parking checklist, see ya, getting on the train. That's what I'm doing. Doesn't take very long. All right, GSX is going to do GSX things, so let's finish up loading our box here. I'm going to use the secondary McDo for the weather. Let's pull out an ATIS here. Weather request, ATL, and we'll get the METAR on that one, send it off. Tell Amir to sort the default view, seems way too high. I think that's going to vary greatly on your screen as well, like what kind of monitor you have and like where you're sitting, but I always just reset my views anyway. That's my default view. That's what I think is pretty realistic. I think the majority of simmers sit too low. But, yeah, that's pretty much a real-world view for me right there. That seems about right. All right, Atlanta, 110 at 5, 2 miles. So if it's 110, what are we going to depart off? We're going to be on the 9er left. Taxi out 9er left, and we're going to be flying the same SID that I'm flying. The Smelts, I believe, is what it was. Was it the Smelts? It is the Smelts 3, so I will literally fly this SID in 4 hours. Smelts 3, wallet transition, insert that. Going down to Orlando. We're doing the Grinch arrival. Let's see what Orlando's landing. So let's come back here. I'll accept this prelim load sheet. Cool deal. let's go back and get the weather request for Orlando. You need an FO mod. Come in here, print the ATISes for me. It's a lot of extra work. No, I'm just kidding. Send that off. Hi, lads. Nabil, good to see you, man. Vega 13, thank you for the support for 9 months. How great to get back from work to a V1 stream. Hey, man. Appreciate you tuning in. Appreciate all y'all tuning in on this last-minute stream. So, again, I never take it for granted when y'all tune in live. I know everyone's got a busy life, and y'all got things to do. So, I'll never take that for granted. All right, received messages, weather data, variable at 4. So let's make this a short flight. Let's land south. Let's go 17. Oh gosh, which direction? See, haven't been to Orlando in a hot minute. Let's pull up the Navigraph charts. Orlando ground charts 20-9s. I love how snappy you are. Let's take 18 right. Ooh, should we do glide slope from above? Oh no, let's do the RNAV. Oh, I don't know if the RNAV visual is going to be in here. Is the RNAV visual 19er 18? Oh, wait a second. Oh, 18 right. Yeah, I don't know where I got 19er. RNAV visual 18 right. Let's do that. Let's do an RNAV approach. You have to take it all the way out. Approach via. Let's go back. Pull up the ground charts, approaches. We're going to do the RNAV visual 18 right, or you could do glide slope from above. Just depends on how you're feeling. Hull op is all the way out. RNAV GPS 18 left, RNAV 18 right. I'm going to star you. So we got the RNAV 18 right all the way out from hull up, and then we'll insert that. I got to load the star. I don't know why that didn't load. Arrival. Arrow over. What arrival were we on? The Grinch 5. Grinch 5. And transition is Z-Jax. Z-Jax transition. MCO IRL at 6 p.m. departure. What's that? Ionis? Me? No. We're landing in Orlando. All right, we'll insert all of that. Take a quick look at that flight plan all the way down. Close enough. Wonderful. Hey, let's start configuring all of our Phoenixes with failures. Random. They should be all failure types on high. Store as default. We'll take it as they come. Secondaries in it. Let's do Atlanta to Atlanta in case we pop one or have to come back in here and cancel the stream. Atlanta. We'll go secondary. One, the 9 left ILS is out of service per the NOTAM, but I'm just going to put it in here for SimWorld. So secondary perf. We'll come all the way over here. It's always a topic of discussion in real life on the return when they're going eastbound, because unless the NOTAMs have changed, it was NOTAMed out. So you have the longest runway 9 left. Where you're going to land, though, if you need an approach. Again, you take 9 right, you're probably going to load the 9 right in the secondary. Or what I typically do, real world, is I'll load the longest piece of pavement. Whatever approach, if the ILS is out, I'll put the RNAV in there. But if you really need the approach, like we're departing and the ceiling is 500 feet overcast, then you know what? I might actually just put 9 or right in there with an ILS. But every situation is what, chat? Situational. So it just depends. 3021. If we're super light blasting off out of Atlanta, then I'm not too concerned about it. But if I know our estimated takeoff weight is over our max landing weight, I'm probably going to put the longest piece of pavement in the secondary, regardless of what the NOTAM's got for the approaches. All right. That looks good. On the secondary, RadNav page, nothing to hard tune. Progress, we'll put Hotlanta in there, ATL. We'll go perf data, leave that in NIT B. That's where we're going to leave it. Our fueling is done, 12.8. Fuel tank pumps are coming online. Let me just make sure Fueler's not out there, or is he is out there, but the refueling door is closed. I think he's taking the stuff down, right? Let's verify that he's loading up. So refueling is already done. So with refueling done, let's go ahead and turn the seatbelt sign on. And make sure we are balanced, which we are. 4.6, 4.6, 15. Beautiful. Block fuel is 12.2. We'll throw that right here. Dunzo. Now we'll wait for the final weight and balance from the Fenix EFB. while they continue. They haven't even started loading yet. So we're ahead of the game. We're ahead of the game. Atlanta has the best name, normal procedures. It has some good ones. Good evening. If you tap the GSX button in the toolbar unit, toolbar until it becomes transparent instead of white GSX, it will operate automatically and print GSX. Really, Alon? So up here, you're saying if I do that, it'll just be transparent? Okay, Cantor, we'll give it a thank you. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for the support, and again, thank you for that massive gifted membership earlier. And Xylabo, I see your bank angle check. Let me play it for you here. I had the alerts muted.
Bank angle. Bank angle check. Bank angle.
After having suffered from a burnout and now back at work, you and the community helped to keep me mentally afloat. Here is my chance to do something back.
Hey, Zalbo, appreciate the $3 bank angle check, my friend. Thank you so much for that. Hey, I'm glad we're helping you out, man. Everybody gets burned out. Doesn't matter who you are. Everyone is subject to burnout. But now that you're back and feeling back in the groove, I'm glad we could help you, man. Appreciate all the support. Thank you for that bank angle check, my friend. Let's get our standby. I put the old school gauges in there right now. We'll go ahead and set that to the normal page. And we are literally just waiting for the packs. So, where are the packs at? Where are the packs at? I guess we'll start the APU. Maybe we need to start the APU for the packs to start boarding? Let's start them up. AirTran is the first airline I flew on in real life. Really front row, Kenny. Small world, man. Water's in the house. Was great to stop by for a little bit. Now time to put your tax dollars to work. Hey, Water, take it easy, my man. Thanks for stopping by. We'll see you, dude. The bags won't come until fueling is done. Well, why is the fuel truck still there? We need that fuel truck to leave. Is it because I turned the fuel pumps on, maybe? It looked like he was getting ready to leave. Looks like there's a crosswind from the north. You got a rudder blown over. No, I'm not overnighting V2 plus 10. I don't do overnights. For now. Tell it as much as I can help it. Love it. Alright, that's good. I'm going to turn this back on so I can just see if it needs me. Fuel truck is in position. Did it freeze? Boarding requested. Can the APU be started with refueling still in progress? I don't know. I don't know. Well, the problem is the fuel truck is still there. What if I turn the fuel tank pumps back off? Will he leave? Might be a bug. I had this yesterday. Good old GSX doing GSX things, huh? No, we're not loading anything, Adam. We're not loading anything, and the last thing it said was fuel truck is in position. He will leave once you call for pushback. Well, yeah, but I can't leave until we board up. Alright, I'm going to restart Kutel. Dumb. Board, I have SDS on. We got our fuel, so everything was fine. It came and fueled on time. It froze after that. Like, the fuel truck never left. we go. Yep. Just board, please. Southwest. But now I don't know if it's going to board these. We'll see. We'll see if our weight changes. Oh yeah, the fuel truck got hung up. That was a problem. He like got finished fueling and then he just stopped because he pulled the truck thing up and then he never left. That's a bug, nothing to do with what I told you. Alan, I don't know, man. I blame you. No, I'm just kidding. No crew. We're already on board. We got some boarding music though, chat. Nabil El Hamdoui, a $27 super chat, man. Thank you for that. Very kind of you. No better way to start off my 27th birthday. Oh, Nabil, appreciate you, man. Happy birthday. Thanks for entertaining and teaching, good sir. Here's to a couple of cafe con leches or some scotch. Yeah, no scotch right now. I got to fly tonight. But I didn't get a cafe con leche because I'm saving it for tonight. I have to stay up late. So I'm going to get a cafe con leche when I get to that airport. I'm going to bring it with me. I'll take a picture. I'll post it in the Discord. But thank you so much, Nabil. Happy birthday to you, man. And enjoy the rest of your birthday, and very kind of you. Thanks for the kind words, man. It did eventually finish, though, maybe 5 minutes. Aaron said, this happened to me where the fuel truck pumped the last few pounds. Nope, Aaron, so he actually was done. He pumped all the fuel in. We got exactly what we need, but I saw him. He, like, pulled the guardrails up on the fuel truck, and it got in the truck, and then the truck just stayed there. I wonder if it was, like, he didn't have anywhere to go? I don't know. So right now GSX works 50% of the time because the last stream we did, it worked perfectly. This stream, we've had bugs already. It just froze up in the fuel truck position. So we're 1 out of 2. 1 out of 2 ain't bad, I guess. We'll see what the next one does. So here's a tentative plan. I'll give it to y'all. Look at this. Love those. I love the looks of that IAE engine. But I also, oh man, I don't know where to put the camera. Let's go here. Highway board. Cactus. I almost think it's my favorite 320 livery. It's probably not my favorite. It's one of my favorite because it's personal to me. The baby blue America West. Whiskey Throttle has released it. It's also on the Flight Sim TO. We're going to do a cactus flight. I'm going to aim for Wednesday. Yeah, right? Wednesday? I'm going to aim for Wednesday. If you have IVEO, please join in with Fill the Sky with some America Wests. I'm planning, I think we're going to go San Jose to Phoenix Sky Harbor. We've been leaving Phoenix a lot. I think we're going to go, and we'll probably do maybe like let's fast forward the time, so we'll have like a sunset arrival into Phoenix sunset. But that was a route I flew as a kid all the time, going to see my grandparents. So we'd go Phoenix to San Jose, spend the summers there. So most of them anyway, when we moved to Phoenix. So that's what we're going to do. You like that livery? The fire department of New York livery is sweet too, man. It really is. We flew that one on the JetBlue on the Neo not too long ago. All right, everything's up and running. We'll go ahead and finish our loading. VOR constraint mode is on, and that does work. Okay. Are we loading actual packs though? We're not. So I'm gonna reset this. Will this screw everything up? We got a problem here. I'm gonna wait for GSX to finish doing its thing, and then I'm just gonna reset all and instant load because none of the people are boarding over. You prefer IVEO over VATSIM? Well, VATSIM banned me, so they're dead to me. Cactus flight Las Vegas to Boston was your first flight on an airliner ever in 1993. AFO, awesome, man. That's a welcome to first flight ever. That's a welcome to aviation. LA to Las Vegas to Boston. That's no slouch, man. That's a long one. Let's run some departure perf while we're looking at it. Watching the stream on the treadmill. Canadian. Hey, dude. I did my first workout. Got back in the gym finally today. It's nice and warm now in the gym. My home gym. Built it last year. But I always tend to take like the playoffs off. And then right after football season's over, got to get back into it. So feeling good, man. No treadmill for me, though. I hate running. All right, Atlanta, we're going to blast off 9er left, dry surface, sink the prelim, sure. Flap optimum, Toga, force, no, yes, no, yes. Ooh. In order to force, well, we'll force Toga because that's what we do here. Packs off or on. I don't think have we done a packs off takeoff yet? Let's see. We're going to have to hit 250 likes prior to takeoff, and then we'll turn packs off. That's the goal, 250 likes. Other than that, we'll sync the live weather. Let's see what it gives us here. Off the prelim, flaps 1 up 0.3, 32, 35, 35. That seems pretty darn realistic. I'm going to tell you what. I'm going to see... I'm going to take note of my performance data tonight because I'm in an IAE tonight. I'm going to track all the takeoff data and the weights. I want to see what compare. I'm going to have to compare it to the real airplane. Even though it's, you know, there's multiple different ways to do things, especially V1 and flaps and all that. I think this is topple prioritized or something like that. Calvin, check. I have a post on my community tab. Just go to the community tab on the V1 channel. Just read the post. It's no sense in having to discuss it again. How does Block 2 performance compare to the fly-by-wire? Ooh, Matt K, that's a good one. I don't know. I haven't been in the fly-by-wire in a while. I personally get better performance in the Block 2 than I did the Block 1. However, I did notice, as juicy as this livery is, we'll do a cabin tour. This cabin is super detailed. I think it eats a little bit of perf, but you know, running frame gen, what is performance? So but I did notice this particular livery when I have the cabin on, it does, I mean, we're talking like maybe 5 frames, but with frame gen, I mean, if you're doing 50 frames, I'll keep the cabin on for 45 frames, although I kind of want to turn the cabin off just to see the engine more. Juicy breakout at 4,400 feet. Tim K. Sweet, I'll be looking forward to it. We need an exclamation point band command to bring people to the explanation. Oh, Trevor, that's actually not a bad idea. I could do that. I could probably do that. Started back in the gym 4 days a week from the new year and addicted to it again. Hey, Carson, Chris, nice, man. That's when I always take my gym break on January 1st because that's when I just can't, well, when I used to go to public gyms. I would always take the first month off of January because I hated it, man. Everyone's in there on January 1st. So that's when I would take a break, and then I'd run through the playoffs. Eating too much barbecue, eating too many donuts, and then right around March is when I get back at it. 8K liveries are a bit heavy. Yes, TV Flight. You can change the 8K liveries in your Fenix manager. So on the livery manager, go to your settings and change it from 8K default to 4K. Mr. Martini hate those people. V1 when he takes off. Yoga's in chat. Here we go. Nabil, I'm going to do it, man. I'm going to say it. All right, we are almost done here. Looks like we're just finishing up the last of the bag. Might have been the last of the bags here. I think they're going to close the doors up. Is ground still online? 121. Yep, Atlanta ground is online. 121.9. Let's give them a holla here. $8K, 4K option is broken. All liveries installed 8K. Really, Dougal? Because I had mine, I changed mine. I had to delete. I deleted my liveries and reinstalled them after I changed the settings, and it said I installed 4K. So maybe it's just a placebo. I'm not sure. It said there the 4Ks are installed.
Understanding of the US system is that they operate the ramp system, so we would go to spot 5 November and then get the taxi from you. 195.
Okay, I can hear you now. Can you repeat what you said?
US operates ramp system, so we need to go to the spot, then get taxi from you.
Alrighty then.
Atlanta ground, good afternoon. Ryan 357, like to get our clearance to Orlando, please.
Ryan at 357, you have call sign Romeo Yankee November, so Romeo Yankee Romeo.
Yeah, it's Ryan International, not Ryanair. So Ryan International, defunct airline.
Okay, Ryan International, Ryanair International, I guess, 3567. You're cleared to disregard me a second.
Thomas Durfu Jr., thank you for the $20 super chat, man. Appreciate you. Coffee for the road, Cap. Just finished a 3-day back into Orlando today in an IAE Sharklet low IMC this morning, so currency's done for the month. Hey, Thomas, appreciate the $20 super chat, man. Very kind of you. Nice job getting some time off now. Finished a 3-day.
Ryan International, are you ready for your taxi, your departure clearance?
Ryan 357, yeah, I was ready for clearance to Orlando, please.
Ryan International 357, you're clear to Orlando. Smells 3 departure, wallet transition and as filed. Climb via the SID, expect flight level 37010 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 122.8, score 6604.
Alright, clear to Orlando, Smells 3, departure, wallet transition as filed. Climb via the SID 370 and 10, departure is 22.8, squawking 6604 for Ryan 357.
Ryan International 357, read back correct. Push start is at your discretion, advise medical taxi.
Alright, we'll push and start and we'll call you ready to taxi around 357. Alright, let me reload this. Let me reset and then, oh no, cancel. I need to, my flight, import from SimBrief, ground services, mass imbalance, load, instant, done, boom, send to McDo. Let's double check here. McDo numbers have been checked. That looks good. We'll do perf data and we'll do everything over here. Make sure we get proper numbers. 9 left, dry, sync load sheet final, Toga, yes, packs off, yep. Didn't hit the like, so sync live, calculate, 32, 35, 35, flap 1. Send to McDo, welcome to the 21st century, ladies and gentlemen. That's how she's done. Now, climb via SID, that's the last thing we need to check out. Navigraph. Let's go here. Start charts. Didn't save because I reset. Oh, it did save. The smelts climb via is going to be 10, I believe. Yeah, 10, 10,000. Only restriction is Heisman at 250. Shouldn't be an issue. We have 10,000 set in the box. Squawking 6604. 6604 is set. We'll turn that on. Actually, we don't need to turn TARA on that. That looks good. All right. Get the beacon on. That's off. That's on. Let's go. Oh, we're going to do auto pushback now?
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Okay, cool. Why are our doors open, though? Let's go back to the Fenix. And ground. Let's close you. Another load sheet. We'll pull the final load sheet. Wow.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Alright. Get rid of all that. Excellent. Okay, finally, ready to go. Rusty C, 34 months, man. Thank you for the support, dude. So super tempted by this Fenix. I do worry a little bit about the FPS. Could be difficult for you. Well, the best thing you can do if you're worried about perf, Rusty, is that terrain level of detail. If you run that T-Law down to like 100, you might be able to squeak out what you need. I don't know what your system is, but man, I highly recommend the Fenix. I think this is the best rendition, as it should be, that we've had from Fenix from the get-go. So it's awesome. Ooh, Wingnut here, just tuning in. Thought AirTran was Citrus, not Ryan International. No, well, AirTran is, but this was operated by Ryan International, so it's call sign Ryan. What's up, Wingnut? Good to see you, man. I want to go nose left, tail right, so we can go
Release
out
parking brakes, please.
to 9er right. All right, here we go. Cams are coming on, brakes released.
Commencing push.
Let's go.
All engines clear. Start at will.
All right, I'm going to post that there. Hopefully I don't need it. Use auto FPS. Yeah, you could use that too. Why'd you get banned from VATSIM? Oh my gosh, like we're still on that. If you're wondering about the VATSIM ban, go to the community tab on the V1 channel and just check out the post. Essentially, after 5 years, they decided that my name was not my name, and they banned the account. Pretty much it. A full story on the community tab. Go check it out. What do you think will happen with Spirit now after B6 pulled out? Oh, Ryan Johnson, nobody knows, man. Nobody knows. Who's texting me? My buddy's flying the Block 2 for the first time. He's like, dude, it feels so much better now. It's so much more realistic. Are you going to share your views on Discord, Hasso Basso? No, I don't even know where to find the view file. I just create my own views every single time, and I highly recommend that you bind your settings to do the same because everybody's got different preferences. I used to fly AirTran out of Indy. Ooh, seems like they use all Mad Dogs. Well, yeah, they used to have a ton of Mad Dogs. Mad Dogs, old 7.3s.
Please set parking brake.
All right, brakey is set. Brakey? Brake set. Clear disconnect. Let's go ahead and get out of here. Beacon is on, right? Yeah, here we go. I feel like I'm doing things wrong because we're not doing our checklist. We were on a roll on the last stream when we were like, checklist. Ooh, let's do engine start the chrono. We're going to time it. Here we go. We're at a 16 EGT, so we got a real cold engine. Starting the engine.
Unlocking gear.
Calvin, sometimes I do. If you get it profiles, I think they will. I'm trying to get to Southwest Delta American for job security. Hopefully in a couple years, 135 grind ATP minutes continues. AFO, best of luck, man. I hear that. Why did I just get a ding up front?
Left is clear. Right is clear.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard our Airbus.
Ricky set starting engines.
Please pay attention to
Progress. What the hell? Anti-ice, Captain right, static. Air data switching, Captain 3. Oh, great. Well, I'll get to that in a minute. I didn't bring my iPad in here. Let's finish the start. Let's start them both. We'll deal with the ECAM. Clear anti-ice, clear anti-ice. Something about the static port. That's probably one of our favorites. There's our pin. We'll give them the flip off, the light. Cool. We're a veil at 1:06, just about. Gotta love it. Let's go out on 2. It's 2-engine taxi. Turn 2.
adjusted and released as shown. It must be fastened whenever the seatbelt signs are on, and we recommend that you...
I'll use the Fenix QRH, Brian. I'm going to look it up here in a sec.
If the air supply fails, masks will drop from above you. Pull a mask towards you to start the oxygen. Put the mask over your nose and mouth.
And I did see that there's a search function in the QRH, so we're actually going to use that.
Pull on each side.
Too muggy for icing ops. Well, the thing is, as you're climbing, the temperature is cooling off, right? So even though it's warm on the ground, if it's like 10C on the ground, when you take off, guess what? You're going to be pretty much right in engine anti-ice territory, so you want to get that engine anti-ice on. I love the fan blade animations, Nabil. Aren't they awesome? And that IAE spinner with that orange and black, it just looks so good. The IAE spinner, superior CFM, for sure.
Blow into this tube. There is a light and whistle for attracting attention. The cabin crew can assist you with life jackets for children. Bestowed. Armrest down.
Where we at? We'll wait for the Avail. 1:12 on the clock. Avail. So, I mean, engine start times are spot on. There's really no debate. They are spot on. I'll keep track of the start times tonight too. We'll keep an eye on it. All right, normal. That's going there. We are flaps 1s. We'll select flap position 1. Oh. Yeah. Let's go up here. APU bleed. Master switch is coming off. All right, let's take a look at what we got here. And I think we were down 0.1 on the trim, right? Down 0.1 is set. All right. Status. What do we got? Recall that. Anti-ice. Captain right static. Probably no system reset for that one, so we're going to have to look at it. Where's the QRH? It's under pilot brief, documents, QRH. It's going to take a minute to load. And we have anti-ice captain, the right static. Captain right static port. Air data switching captain 3. Air data switching captain 3. Clear anti-ice, clear anti-ice. Captain right static. Sometimes if I went like this. Only wing. You got the QRH, Dave? I thought I could search. You can't search, huh? So there is no searching? I thought there was a search up here. Okay, rip. Abnormal air override, electric, fuel, abnormal landing gear. Oh boy, I mean this would take hours. All right, I believe Dave. QRH search, pull from EFB. It's not searchable. Failures you can search, not QRH. That's what I saw, Canadian. Thank you. That's what I was looking at. So if Dave says it's not in there, then we have to call maintenance. Yeah, it would be, what was the caution again? Anti-ice. I believe you, Dave. I'm just looking. Anti-ice and shield. Here we go. Anti-ice, left windshield heat. That's where it starts. So anti-ice has got the windshield heat. That's the only one. That's it. So we can't do it. So let's call maintenance. Ring, ring, ring. Maintenance crawl. Hey, it's V1. I'm the captain on ship 941 Lima Fox. I got a anti-ice captain right static fault. We did the ECAM air data switching 3. Okay, stand by. Hold on. I'm gonna go something. All right. Just go ahead and move it back to normal, and then move it back to Captain 3. Do you still have the fault? Yep, still have the fault. Okay, right under logbook, deferred, pilot DMFR 165342115. You're good to go. Okay, thank you, got it. Book is done. All right, you good with it? We're good with it. We called maintenance. We're going to go with it in op. We're going to keep captain in the captain 3 position for this flight, deferred for this flight. All right, here we go. Auto brakes max. And we'll do the rest on taxi out. Let's call Iveo and get out of here. We are at 5. Are we at 5 or 4 south? Where are we at? We're 5 south. Ground Ryan 357 at 5 south. Ready taxi.
Ryan International, 357 taxi, taxi runway 09 left via Lima, hold short of runway 09 left.
Taxi 09 left via Lima, hold short 9 left for Ryan 357. Alright, Lima, 9 left, holding short. Brakes are released. Taxi light is on. IAE engine juice. Look at that, we're already rolling. Love it. AFO, take it easy, man. More Koreans to the Grand Canyon. Hey, stay safe out there, my friend. All right. Yeah, world light. Jeez, we're 133,000 pounds. So Lima is the first one. So first right. John, I did hear about it. I'm just waiting for some sound packs to release, and then I'll probably start loading them up. All right, let's do a flight control check. Full down, neutral. Oh, I gotta fix this thing. It's in the way. What happened here? It used to be so good to me. Ah! Oh, my fancy setup here. I don't know what's going on. Why are you? Just move you over. I'm tired of seeing that this. Let's do that again. Full up, full down, neutral, full left, full right, neutral, rudder, full left, full right, neutral. Let's see what my brakes feel like here. Brake check. Ooh, that feels good. Pressure 0. Let's try that again. So we're at 10 knots. Here we go. Brakes. Oh, I like that. Yeah, that feels much better for the MFGs. So if you want to know what I'm running for the curves, go back to the beginning of the stream where I showed you, screenshot it, and use it. I'll screenshot it and throw it in the Discord after too if someone doesn't already do it. But the brakes feel so much better with my MFGs. Using that parabolic curve instead of a linear curve, perfect. Yeah, that's perfect. All right. We got to finish our flow here. That's good. That's good. Get rid of you. That's going there. That's going there. TARA. Takeoff config is checked. And forward call. Hope y'all are ready soon. Switching, ADIR switching. ADIR switching? What? Oh yeah, air data with the switching panel. Status. Checked. Captain right static. Clear. Alright, clear status. We're good. We're going with an MEL.
Atlanta ground, JetBlue 714, ready for taxi.
Alright. Cabin ready.
JetBlue 714, taxi to runway 09.
The cabin is now secure for takeoff.
Roger that, thank you.
Taxi runway 9 left via Lima, hold short of 9 left, JetBlue 714.
Alright, so let it roll up. You can let it roll up all the way to 30 knots. This is actually not powerful enough. Yeah, no, I think 131 is probably right. It's easy to reach 30 knots going down taxiway to Lima. But I love this, yeah, this brake, yeah, it feels way better. What side stick base? Alex K, I'm using the Warthog. Thrustmaster Warthog base is what I'm using. That's what I'm using.
Delta 705, you're clear to Orlando, Smelt 3 departure, wallet transition, then as file.
So what time is it? 118, hour flight 218. Perfect, wrap up the stream, go home, 3:30, shower. Beautiful. We're right on time, chat. Oh, did I miss the turn? No, we're going full length. Normally it's 9 or left with Mike too. We're going full length. This is actually not a good representation of Atlanta. They're missing the whiskey loop here. The whole whiskey loop is missing. I think this is this default Atlanta? The handcrafted? I'm not sure air flight, but whatever it is, it's not accurate. I think it might just be default Adobo handcraft. Because I didn't want to spend money on an Atlanta scenery if we already had handcrafted. I swear I bought one though. Yeah, the brake feels so much better. A little bit of differential braking. Yeah, that's the way to roll it. Yeah, and then when I step on them, you get that boom. Yeah, that's beautiful. All right, we ready to go. Oh, I didn't even know that came down. And Atlanta ground, Ryan 357, holding short 9 or left, ready for departure.
Ryan International 357, Unicom 122.8, have a safe flight, bye.
122.8, thanks for the ATC, Ryan 357, good night. Alright, 22.8. Boom, 22.8. Atlanta traffic, Ryan 357 departing runway 9 or left, and Atlanta Smelts 3 southbound, Atlanta traffic. Alright, here we go, let's slide them up. Boom, boom. We didn't hit the 250 likes, so we're doing packs on. Brakes released. Let's go to Orlando. I got this little back pillow on here, and I don't like it. That's not a pillow, it's a piece of styrofoam. But it's like, it's like hitting my arm. Hold on. Do this. There we go. Alright. Boom, baby. 9er left, confirmed. Runway heading 095 checks. Are y'all ready? I think I need to tighten my stick. Hold on 1 second. This happens every now and then. Can I get under? Yeah.
Traffic Seeker 195, you are on the south turn and climbing 350. Last call, Atlanta.
There we go. All tightened up now. Atlanta traffic, Ryan 357 departing, 9er left, smells 3. Here we go. Spool 'em up 50. Oh, look at that IAE. Yoga's in chat. I guess I should say 1.05 Eber. Yoga. Oh yeah, baby. Toga SRS runway auto thrust blue. Here we go. Let's see how this new rudder curve works out here. 80 knots thrust set. 100 knots. Check. V1. Rotate. Oh yeah, positive rate. Gear up. Navin. Fly with. So much fun, man. Alright, there's lever climb. Let's go ahead and lower the nose. We can see we have a positive trend. Reduction from wing view only. Gets me every time. I can't wait to fly tonight. I literally cannot wait to go fly. I'm gonna just turn. I'm not even gonna use my noise canceling headset tonight. I'm just gonna use the ship sets. All right, there's S-speed. Flaps 0 after takeoff check. I'm not even gonna use my noise canceling headset tonight. Get ready for the breakout here. What's the temp? Yeah, we're still nice and warm. XP72 breakout view. Mickey G in the house. What's up, man? Good to see you. We got a little build up in front of us there, just prior to smelts.
Atlanta traffic, you become 140 taking off from Manila.
Wing flex out there. Yee, buddy. Bank angle check to the right. Hopefully it's not as cloudy in Orlando. Imagine that. Bright sunny day on top of this dreary overcast. Overcast and misty here. There's the sun. No, Scotty 2, the auto brake disarms automatically on gear retraction. Or actually, it might even be after liftoff. I have to look that up. Alright, we're going to continue climbing. Let's go ahead and set our top altitude, 370. 37 is blue. Whew, buddy. Sounds down a little bit so we don't get deaf. 9.9, there's 10K. Here we go. Lights are coming off. Dang it, I missed it. I hate it when I do that. Forward call out of 10. Let's go ahead and clear the speed at Heisman. Get that a lot. Now we'll accelerate. Bright and sunny in Orlando right now, AA? Awesome. I can't wait. Alright. Let's go ahead and select AP1. There's nothing else really to do. We'll go back to the full screen cam. And let's do our other 10,000 foot stuff. So we'll go down here and we'll copy the active. We'll put Delta Operations in COM2, which it already is. We'll monitor that. And nothing in the RadNav to clear out. We didn't put anything in there. Progress, let's put MCO in the prog page. 337 miles, straight line distance, baby. Let's turn the cabin off a little bit so we get more max juice. Let's go back to settings, tap here, cabin. Then we'll do it, because we'll do a cabin tour once we get once we get up to cruise. Oh yeah, but I want to look at those sweet babies right there. That's what I want to look at right now. V1, I just had my last 320-21 flight on Friday. Kako, oh brother. Hey man, Kako, how you doing, man? In light of all the recent informations. Now off to captain training on the 220. Gonna miss the 320. Hey Kako, I'm sure you're gonna love that 220. Make sure you stop by and give us updates as you go through training, and you tell us how amazing the 220 is. I know Wingnut is a huge 220 fan, a Barbie jet, so you're gonna have to be. You're the only one we know in the chat that's gone from the 320 to the 220. So you gotta let me know how much better the 320 is, so we can throw it in Wingnut's face. Just kidding. Thanks for using the background. I'm glad you like it. Force Raptor, I love it, dude. Absolutely love it. I think it's awesome. How do you turn predictive wind shear on? What do? You PWS on the radar panel there. Put it in auto. It's a CRJ. I know. It is a CRJ. See? Wingnut, are you still here? You heard it from an actual Airbus driver saying that the 220 is a CRJ. It is a CRJ. There's no doubt about it. Fenix nailed the IAEs. Engine opening is perfect. I know, isn't it? It just absolutely juice. Man, what kind of clouds we got? Our clouds kind of look poopy today. I don't know what kind of weather rendition. This looks like something out of... This looks like X-Plane 12 with X and Viral right now. Whatever this cloud rendition is, I don't like it. Stratiform things, I don't like it. Not a good look for Microsoft today. This is, I feel like I'm an X-Plane with the X-Plane clouds. Where are you flying tonight? Going down to South Florida, my friend. South Florida. Hopefully we'll get rid of these clouds. I think it's trying to do like low overcast with cumulus clouds. I don't know. In real life, can you toga for no reason? I mean, in real life, you don't do anything for no reason at all. So, no. I mean, there are reasons to do toga takeoffs. If I were to think that there was some sort of threat to a flex takeoff, then we can do a toga, sure. CRJ, but Star Trek inside compared to the 320, 321. I know, that's true. Say hi to X-Plane for us. It's gonna be a short flight. I didn't do my pre-departure pee though. I'm gonna have to hit the lab before we get up, or before we start down. Hypothetically speaking, if one were to completely cook the brakes on a 320 doing a short turn, how long does it take to cool the brakes? Great shirt. Well, that's a great question because I cooked the brakes yesterday. I completely went full noob mode, 250-hour move on my part. It really depends on the environmentals outside. Is there any wind? What's the outside air temp? It could take a good 45 to an hour to really get them coming back down. Just to give you an example, yesterday, for some reason, so I was landing in Fort Misery, and a light 320, and I was hand flying at a like 5K airport inside, cool visual approach. I was doing a visual approach, no auto thrust, no autopilot, just on the straight up visual approach. And I can't remember the last time I went idle reverse. I normally only do idle reverse if it's super late at night and like I grease it on, and then I have a long runway, and then I'll probably just do idle reverse. Especially if the airplane is terminating, you don't have to worry about it. For some reason, I decided to go idle reverse, and there was a pretty stiff crosswind from the right. I think it was a sustained, like just a solid 15. It wasn't gusty, but just a solid 15 knot direct crosswind from the right. And what do I always say when you don't use auto brakes in crosswinds? You tend to heat up one side more than the other. So if the wind is coming from the right and you're trying to stay on the center line, airplane is going to want to weather vane into the wind to the right. So you're going to be pressing on that left brake pedal or the left rudder pedal to keep the nose straight. And when you're trying to apply symmetrical brake pressure, but you have to press the left pedal in further to maintain center line in a crosswind, you will more often than not start pressing a little bit harder on the left brake than you will the right brake with a crosswind from the right. Sure enough, I don't know what, and then like as I was slowing down, I realized that I was kind of in that gray zone where I could apply a lot of brake pressure and make the next taxiway, or we're going to be going 20 knots, 30 knots for another 3,000 feet to make the next taxiway. Just bad exit planning on my part. So I applied more brake pressure to make the next taxiway because there's a lot of traffic, there's planes behind us, we're all lined up. And sure enough, man, get to the gate, and I could see the brake temps are already going up, and I was like, I'm gonna go up get a coffee. Because I needed a coffee. That's what happens when you don't have coffee. So as soon as I stood up and left the cockpit, I heard a ding, hot brakes. So the brake temps went up to at 27 OAT. They went all the way up to, I think, what did I post? I took a picture of it. And I put it in the member section of the Discord. Let me see, let me look up. I took a pic. It was, got up to 405 degrees. OAT was 26. So 405 degrees, OAT 26, and it wasn't even, like, it wasn't that drastic. It just was enough. And they continued to climb. I think when I got back to the cockpit, they were at like 375, and then they continued to climb all the way up to 405. Oh, great. Now what do we got here? Nav out discrepancy. Well, we're not synced up. All right. STDs for you, me, and the jump seater. We're set now. Literally ran out like it's your problem now. No, Zippy, because it was my problem because I had to go back. It was a turn. So, and they stayed above 300 for almost the duration of the turn. So we pushed back, I think about an hour later, and we started taxiing out. They were 235 when we started our taxi out. That's up there in the risk range, because if you start to use the brakes at 235 and you have a long taxi, you will get to 300C before takeoff. So I went all the way to the other runway with just using the right brake. The right brake didn't get that hot. I think it might have hit 300 and then cooled right back down to like 115 or 150. But I also noticed that on that particular airplane, because when we landed back in Atlanta, the FO landed back in Atlanta, the left inboard was like way higher than the left outboard. So there was something going on with it. Either the brake is getting a little wore out, a little asymmetrical, but the left inboard shot up even on his landing back in Atlanta. So it made me feel a little bit better because I was like, man, I didn't step on him that hard. But yeah, 405C well, we were 130,000 pounds on landing. And let's look at the runway layout. I forgot we can do that here. I'll show you exactly what we did. Oh, I can't pick up another airport, can I? Oh, maybe I can zoom out. Where's Fort Misery? I wonder if I can pull up the chart or just zoom in on it. Lee County, Fort Myers. Yeah. I'll show you exactly what I did. So landed on 6, and it was right here. So I started slowing it because we were so light, idle reverse. I was like right here when I realized that, well, I'm at 80 knots. I can either apply a lot of brake and take this taxiway, or we got to go all the way down to Fox 6, which is another 2,000 feet. And maybe we weren't at 80 knots, maybe probably about 60 knots. So I applied more brake force to make this turn and then double back to the ramp area. But yeah, and then taxiing out, had to go all the way down Fox to Foxtrot 1 because they had this closed off here. So departing intersection, Fox 8 rather, Fox 8 intersection departure. So that's exactly what I did. Just not the best descent and arrival planning and not the best decision making on that approach. I definitely did a better job landing in the sim. Does the 220 have a side stick with fly-by-wire and Neo engines? It has a side stick that's, I think it's, I don't know, it's not a reactive joystick or side stick, so yeah, I don't know. I don't know much about the 220. I haven't hardly ever set foot in them. But it does have the Neo gear turbofan engines. It does have that. Self-inflicted pain, I know, Zippy. Maybe brakes were due to replacement. It could have been. They could have been getting close. Yesterday we had a 321 tail strike in St. Lucia. Yet another jet out of service. Catco. No, we didn't have brake fans on that one either. Go figure. No brake fans either. That would have made it a little bit easier. You had a 321 tail strike in St. Lucia. Was it a bounce landing? I had a nasty bounce. Not me. The first officer. We talked about it on the last stream. We got a 2-for-1 coming into Atlanta. Got up there. It wasn't real close, but it got my heart pumping for sure. That's not good though. But typically a 321 tail strike, I mean, that seems like a bounce or something. The last plane I flew had the new radio stack. Dude, I like them. Do you like that new radio stack, Cat Cow? I like it. I don't like the fact that there's only one standby, like one active standby, but I just think it's so much easier to plug them in. Oh, it was just a straight up hard landing? Oh man, Cat Cow. What is the vibe over there? I don't know if you responded earlier. What's the vibe over there in light of the news this morning? I think from what I've read from around my sources is people just seem like they're over it anyway. So it's not like bad news or good news. It's just kind of like we're over it to begin with. V1, could you explain why there is FS speed difference on the perf approach versus perf go around? FS flap slat speed on the perf approach versus perf go around. Flap slat on. What are you talking about? VLS, V approach, slat retraction, flap retraction, clean speed, go around, flap retract, 144, 228, 210 clean. Because you're in go around thrust and you're going to be going to flap 3, so go around flap, so then it'd be flap 3. Now let me see if this changes it. If I go config 3, no, that wouldn't change it. 4429. If I go config full, 4429. Nah, it's because you're opposite trend. You're accelerating. So if I slow to 210 knots, that's going to be our clean speed, slat extension 181, S speed, safe retract. I don't know why there's a difference, honestly. Just follow the bugs. When you're going down and then in the go around page, you're going up. You got a higher AOA. I don't know. Maybe that has something to do with it. Doesn't the new radio stack have a numeric keypad? Yes, it does. Yeah, we do have that. I showed it on the last shorts video. You can see it. When your airline open new routes, you usually think about them, or it all depends where it is. Felix, no, I don't pay attention. Like when I realize I have a new route, it's when I get something on my schedule. I'm like, oh, I didn't know we flew there. That's really, don't pay too much attention to that. I'm at home, but the bitch board seems to include or to indicate we're glad it's all over. We all want to know what the plan B they keep talking about. Hopefully I can get some good rumors when I'm down in Orlando. Ooh, yeah, you'll be right there in the, you'll be down there in the rumor mill, man. Yeah, hopefully you get some good info. I'm visiting the rumor mill tomorrow, but just a turn, so I don't know. I've heard some rumors of Whiskey November getting ready. That's what I've heard already. But yeah, I think Dave's right. I think it has to do extending versus retracting. I think that's what it is. Y'all heard about China recruiting U.S. Air Force pilots? Mover and Gonki did a bid on it. Guru, no, I haven't. Go figure, though. China always trying to do China things. All right, we're almost to 370. Once we get there, I'm going to hit the lav real quick, and then we got to start prepping for our descent. Matter of fact, 30. Let's go 35. That's 37 is a little aggressive. 35. That was quick. Let's see if it captures it. We'll set our new progress page, cruise 350. Known. Short flight, seatbelt sign, come off. Let's make sure it goes into Outstar because we changed that last minute there. I might just start my own rumors, bring back the 330 rumors. All right, there is Outstar. We're already within 250 miles for the RNAV 18 right. We're going to go over our RNAV procedures. Mock out cruise. We're settling in. Excellent. What I'm going to do is I'll throw up a few tunes for you. I'm just going to take not even 5 minutes. What kind of music would you listen to on AirTran? Jazz? Would that be AirTran music? Hopefully you get rid of some of these clouds. Oof, look at that. Oh. We're going to leave it at that view. I like that. That's where we're going to leave it. Ryan International. All right, give me 2 minutes, 3 minutes, chat. I'm going to hit the lavatory. You have control. I'll be right back, and then we got to go over some RNAV stuff. We'll set up the airplane for the RNAV visual 18 right going into MCO. Come to think of it, I think there's a Payware Orlando, right? I forgot to buy that one. Oh well. Default Orlando. Meh. We'll see. Who even made the Orlando? Because I heard there was some drama about the Orlando. You had to like deactivate auto something ortho or whatever because it wasn't working. Is that fixed now? We'll see. I need to know how you get all this great music lined up. Dave, it's Epidemic Sound. I think it's Epidemic Sound Studios. Yeah, I have a subscription with them. So that's what we run on the channel. All right, quick, someone start pulling breakers. No pulling breakers. I'll be back in 3 minutes or less. Right back. You have control. Tactical flip-flops have been reinstalled. Look at those engines, though. I mean, come on. Here we go. Here's a poll. There is only one answer. There's only one answer. Wash your hands. I did. Don't worry. I washed my hands. You guys hear an ECAM message? Hey, Dale. Don't freak me out. Tom H, am I happy? Yes, I'm happy, man. Anybody who votes CFM is banned. Since I first flew IAEs, I hate CFMs. So, I'm not asking anybody to hate CFMs, but someone who is, for those few that are voting CFM, tell me why. I just don't understand how you think this engine is less appealing on this airplane than the CFM. It's more proportionate, it's bigger, bigger is better, it's louder, it's juicier. What is your defense? And don't tell me flower petal reversers. Poles are rigged. Ronald James, thanks for the $2 super chat. What are tactical flip-flops? Great question. Tactical flip-flops, they're classified. I could tell you, but then I'd have to ban you. No, tactical flip-flops are, I have a rolly chair, and a rolly chair from Walmart. So I know you guys think, oh, you probably have all this super expensive equipment. Reality is, no, I have a rolly chair from Walmart, and I can't stop it from rolling around. So I put my flip-flops behind the little wheels when I wear flip-flops, and it allows me to not roll backwards when I press on the rudder pedals. But the problem is when I don't wear flip-flops to the office, I can't really use my rudder pedals because I just roll all over the place. So they have been deemed tactical flip-flops. And they are a crucial element to this to safe operation of the Airbus aircraft. Burns less oil? No, nobody cares about oil burn. Which engine is more reliable in real life? All honesty, Robinson, they're probably both very comparable. They're both obviously very reliable. I don't know. I'd have to look up the data on that. Accompany Massagey. And we got to enter destination data. All right. One more song. Were we late? We were late. But we ain't got time. We need to enter data. But let's just look at this one more time here. Oh, then we're going to prep up for the approach. The on-brand part of V1 is just doesn't keep a pair in the office. Gray shirt. I thought about that, but then what would I wear at the house, man? I'd have to go buy another pair of flip-flops. Daza T, thanks for the £5 dono, my man. Appreciate you. Long-time lurker, love your streams. Hey, appreciate that. Very kind of you. Glad you're enjoying the content. We like to have fun here on the channel, so I'm glad you're enjoying it, having some fun, learning some things. And I hope you're ready for a juicy arrival down into MCO. I still haven't heard any good defense for the CFM. Imagine a world where AirTran and ValueJet were still around. Ooh. Yeah, I want to live in that world too, Catco, because guess what? There's probably a lot more airplane diversity to fly on too. Reverser, Zippy Zappel doesn't count. Flower pedal reversers just look meh. I'm scrolling back. There's not a single good debate for CFM. Next Fenix, next CFM stream when? Never. I don't think I'll ever fly a CFM engine again. You actually like the sound of CFM more. Do you have hearing aids, Pascal Hans, or do you have I'm just kidding. CFM looked bigger to me. The mixed exhaust made these things, IAE, look like a cigar JT8D. Mind you, I love IAEs now. Please don't ban me. I just think they just look so proportionate on there. And who doesn't love Rolls-Royce? And Rolls-Royce was part of the conglomerate for this. All right. We don't have any more time for tunes. We need to go back to work. So here we go. I'll pause you. Turn up the sim sounds. We got to go to work. Pac-Man, unexpected stream. Well, we can end that poll. That was conclusive. 20% of you accidentally clicked the wrong button. Everyone else clicked the right button. Good deal. All right. Let's enter destination data here. Let's pull up the latest and greatest weather from Orlando. Weather requests, KMCO. METAR only, please, and send it off. Would be cool to hear your opinion on the improvements of CFM if you have any way of judging that. Yeah, I mean, we can. Why is the wheel page up? Did I do that? Oh, yeah, I did that when we were talking about brake temps. All right. I know. Enter destination data. I know. Don't worry about it. We're going to descend down at 320k knots. Smooth ride. All right. Messages. Received messages. Winds are 340 at 5 knots. So we're landing with a 5-knot tailwind. Oh. They're probably landing north in real life. Let's land north. Let's change it around. Arrival. I think it's still an RNAV. I think it's 3... Let's see what we got. Let's change the RNAV around. Let's go back to Orlando approaches. The Grinch 5, I think it's bi-directional. Yep, this will take us all the way out to Bryce 3. Bryce at 5,210 knots. We'll unstar that one, so we need to look at approaches. We'll do another RNAV northbound. I like doing full-blown visuals into Orlando. We'll turn it all off, but we'll prepare for the RNAV. Why aren't you loading? Oh, I have to hit all. Approaches. 527 of them. RNAV 36 left. You bet. All right, here we go. RNAV 36 left into Orlando. LNAV VNAV mins. We're not an LPV aircraft, so we got 406. Let's put 406 in here, and let's load up RNAV 36 left. RNAV 36 left. Grinch 5 Z-Jacks. Approach via. We'll take it all the way out from X-Bond. Insert U. Perf data. Here we go. Same as 320, and now we can load it up. 340 at 5. Temperature is 25, 75 degrees. Beautiful day there in Orlando. QNH 3010. And what I say the mins were 406. 406. That's going in the barrel. With 406 in the barrel, we don't need our LS push buttons. We'll do LNAV, VNAV. If we look at our constraints, we can check and make sure we've got our proper transition. So let's scroll down here. Ah, it didn't give us the proper transition. This is a Fenix thing. You see this? After the Grinch, we should come down on downwind. So how are we going to fix that? So the Grinch 5, we should be branching off of. This is how you get violated. After Wovel, we should be Haram Dory. So arrival. Grinch 5. Z-Jacks. Insert. Haram Dory. Now we've got the proper one. And insert that. Well, we got to do this thing because it's this type of software, which is the old school. Well, it's the whatever the one that we don't have. And we'll re-nav it up. No nav intercept. Go figure. Let's go direct elite. Direct elite. And we're navving. Nope, that's going backwards. And that, my friends, is why our software has been updated, because that has happened in real life for people turning around on the Angel 4 going into oncoming traffic. So we haven't had to deal with that in like 20 years. But we'll just go direct coax. That's an old software thing. Direct coax. Why won't we go? Why don't we get a nav now? Fenix. Phoenix, what are you doing? What are you doing, Phoenix? Direct to Coxie. Insert. Why are we still in heading mode? Why are we still in heading mode? Why are you not accepting nav? Phoenix? Phoenix? Well, we gotta start down. What we're gonna do, we're gonna set 240, and we're gonna half the vertical speed this one. Do 1,500 feet. Alright, secondary flight plan. I'll tell you what we're gonna do. Let's go here, arrival. 36. 35, 36. RNAV 35 left. On the Z-Jax transition. Secondary, secondary. Oval Haram Dory, okay. Secondary. Alright, you want to play games with me, Phoenix? You want to play games? We're going to select heading. We're in heading mode. We're going to activate the secondary. Now you're going to freak out. But now I'm going to go direct to Coxie. I'm going to insert you now. And now we're going in nav mode. See? More than one way to skin a cat. Old Phoenix. Know what that was all about. Alright. Now we've got the proper setup. 5,000 is going to be the bottom. We'll set 5,000 here. 5,000 bleh. Managed descents. Now we're Mach Des. 5,000 blue. Coxie out of below 26. You look a little off there. VNAV progress page. But we need to reload this stuff here too. V1's asserting dominance. Christie? Nah, no fake pilots here, man. Alright, temperature. What was it? 25. Gotta load all this stuff back in there. 25, 3010. 405. Close enough. 3010. 405. Baro ref check. Config full. Alright, we're descending down. We got it. We just had to warm up those fingers. Doesn't the real thing copy over perf info guru? Yes, but I didn't do a copy of the active because the active was jacked up. But if you put it in there and you copy active, it will. But I didn't do that because I didn't want to get the jacked up one. So I just activated the old one and then redid it. Could you check if there's a flap retract on the perf page while flying this evening? I will, Hasselbasso, if I remember. Pow! Right in the kisser. Why not just load it off the Cox transition? Because I didn't see it. European McDo. Get him here on the battery phone. Get him on the sat phone. Europeans. European McDo. What is it? Honeywell? Honeywell fails. A couple of them. Let me get recording ready. Flight recorder up. Yeah. Flight recorder is just about ready to go. And we'll just do a visual approach. Straight up vis. Alright, are we on profile? We are. Green, 17,290. Now she realizes she's fast. 40 knot tailwind. More drag. It's coming. Well, it's at or above 17, so no, it's actually doing alright. At or above 17, so it's just fine. But it is at 290, so. Way to go, Airbus. Probably the real thing will do the exact same thing there. Somebody should make MSFS 7.3 mod with IAEs for the memes. I bet that would look pretty good. It would look like a 7.5. It would look like a 7.5. Because that's, I mean, these engines look like the 7.5 Rolls-Royce, right? They look just like them. Listen to those engines humming at idle, too. Oh, this livery just looks so good. It's a perfect off-white. All right. We're on our way down. On speed, looking good, right transition. If you had to guess, what would you say the percentage of in real life per CFMs? Probably the only ones that fly CFMs. Because of my friend group, those who fly both prefer IAEs every time. CFMs struggle climbing too. IAEs would fit better than the Leaps. Yeah. Let's just say have a 757. We need a Seattle rocket. I cannot wait for a 7.5, man. Bluebird 7.5. That is going to be... That'll be the end. That will be the end for me. I will probably, unfortunately, have to uninstall the other sim. Nah, I won't uninstall it, but I am very, very, very excited for that 7.5. The old AirTran livery looks like old yellowed plastic. It's probably what it is, Jonathan Beaumont. Old yellow plastic. Interesting the Leap 1A couldn't fulfill the performance required of the 7.5. That is very interesting, Digital Merc. I just think Boeing, I mean, they screwed up, man.
Orlando traffic speed 195. We are descending.
They should have just
Down,
pursued a
555,
7.5 Neo.
365.
Could you imagine? Imagine a 340 from Phoenix. Yeah, a wide body from Phoenix would be insane. I think a 350 from any builds is going to be another insane. I think that's going to break the internet. I literally think the AnyBuilds 350 is going to break the internet more so than the PMDG triple. But the PMDG triple will also break it, probably. You ever look at EPR and N1? I look at EPR, Tommy, when you're flying the EPR gauges, because we got both. Honestly, sometimes I only notice it. The first time I notice it is like when I go to set takeoff power. I'm like, spool them up 1.05. There have been days where I have done that. Like, oh. Or like I just thought I was in an N1. Thought I was in a Neo or something. And get to the runway and it's like, oh. This isn't a Neo. Okay. It happens. It happens. Mentor Pilot just released an excellent video about why the 7.5. I saw that pop up, Delta Tango. I basically see everything that you guys are watching because then my newsfeed gets filled with it. Like this Stig Aviation guy talking about EPR and stuff. He's a mechanic. It's 9C. Let's go ahead and hit that on just for semantics. Whatever y'all are watching gets pushed into my feed as well. Have you had the N1 mode working from the overhead? I can't get the display to change. I think that's a known bug. Let's try it. Yeah, you should have an N1. Thrust lock. Engine thrust lock. Locked at idle. That's not good. Thrust levers. Move. Oh, look. We're out of thrust lock. Amazing. But we need to be at idle, so we'll leave them at auto flight, auto thrust off. Clear auto flight. Clear auto flight. Oh, we have no auto thrust. But yeah, we should have an N1 gauge there when you go. That is a bug. When that gets fixed, Dougal, I will do a stream with that because I had that happen to me out of San Diego one time. We're blasting off, ding, in IMC just like this, right after I think we're at like 1,500 feet, ding, N1 mode or FADEC. I think it was a FADEC fault. I can't remember what it was. I'll have to look it up. But basically, there's two ways that you can degrade your engine. You can go to rated N1 mode, which means you still have protections and you don't run the risk of over boosting the engine. And then there's an unrated N1 mode, which is the most quote-unquote dangerous, but it just means that you don't have any protections. You have to treat the engines like they are a JTAD with no FADEC. The fault that we had shoved it right into the unrated N1 mode. And of course, then the ECAM calls for you to, or the procedure then calls for you to put the other engine in N1 mode as well, so that you can easily set power with the N1s. And then you go to your tables to verify which power settings you can reference. And when I went to log in, my EFB crashed. But yeah, you just fly the airplane. I mean, I gotta move the thrust levers again. All right, 250 knots. Power's coming back to idle. Yeah, once we get that fixed, I'll look into that bug. I think I read about that bug already on the Fenix or somewhere. Someone posted it. All right, we're plus 12C. We no longer need our engine anti-ice. Let's bring up our Throttletek cam. The auto thrust is off. What are we gonna do? Can you use N1 mode with auto thrust on? No. No, you cannot. Because the FADEC, or the auto thrust system, is tied to the EPR, to the EPR. I also did learn, for those that are wondering, the EPR, ooh, that's a beautiful shot right there. And so we got the T2 probe right there at the inlet. That's the measuring the pressure going into the engine. And the 7 or 9, I can't remember, is right there on the exhaust stators. It's built into the stators. So I learned that on watching Stig Aviation. That's where it measures the exit pressure. So, and it's also important to remember, engine pressure ratio is a measurement of indicated thrust, not actual thrust, because you could have a difference like we saw with the Air Florida accident where the gauge was frozen or the probe was frozen. So it is a measurement of perceived thrust. It's not a direct thrust measurement, because that would be a little bit different. That is really getting into the weeds, but I was watching that Stig guy. Doesn't look like the visual is going to be a good idea, Zippy. What did the METAR say? I don't even remember. I put it in the box. Dude, it's VFR. 10 miles? That's VFR. We're going to go VFR everything off. We'll go flight directors, auto thrust. We'll do straight up viz. You could do a visual approach at a mile, you know, special VFR. 3 miles, 1,000 foot, right? Isn't that VFR? N1 is used now more commonly because of the thrust comes from bypass air. Correct. I think that is a big player, Guru. I think that is a big player because of you're seeing, that's why all the Neos run N1. And you're starting to get into these very large bypass fan engines. That N1 just makes more sense, right? At the end of the day, N1 and EPR, if you have two airplanes, one is N1, one is EPR, they operate identical. Like, one is just built to read off an engine pressure ratio. The other one is built off of N1. So there's pluses and minuses to both. But I think that is a player with having these massive big bypass engines. All right, we're through 10. We'll go ahead. Oh, we never got the seatbelt sign on. Seatbelt sign is on. Lights are on. We're at 250. We're going to slow down 210 knots. I'll select speed, select 210. We'll also activate and confirm the approach phase. Activated and confirmed. Why did it say enter destination data? What did I miss? It's already in there. 210 knots. Speed brake out. EPR does sound cooler. I 100% agree with you. All right, we got a VDEV. Ooh, we have LDEV. VDEV, LDEV. VFE next, -10. He's not selecting flaps. Why is he not selecting flaps? It's a fake pilot. Save a little bit of fuel. We're in a descent down to 5,000 feet. If I select flaps 1 here, what happens? What happens if I select flaps 1 here? Is that going to hurt or help me? You're above green dot. You're totally safe. Just because I'm VFE minus 10, that is not a command to deploy flaps. Just lets you know that you're safe to. As soon as you get past that bug. Approach idle. Yes, it will hurt you, exactly. So if I go flaps 1 right now, I'm going to do nothing but bump my EPR up to approach idle. Not only that, but the very nature of deploying the slats in flaps handle position 1, we're only going to get slats, so we're just going to create a bunch of excess lift. So excess lift combined with, I'm just going to go open descent here, open descent straight down to 5,000. Excess lift combined with approach idle, you're just going to hurt your rate of descent. So keep the flaps up. Remember, situations are situational. If you were much heavier, and your VLS was right up here with you, okay, yeah, of course, throw flaps 1 out there. Looks like the cabin's ready. Hello?
Hi, Captain. The cabin is now secure for landing.
All right, thank you. We'll see you on the ground. Bye-bye. Yeah, hey, real quick, it's me. Can you get some minis? Can you get a couple of wild turkeys and maybe some 7-Ups? Thank you. Appreciate you. Take it to the hotel. Room party. All right. Sounds good. See ya. It'd be cool see you find the Zebo on X-Plane 12. Asking me to fly the Zebo after a Block 2 release, after 84 years waiting for IAE engines? Come on, man. Max realism. Ideally, you want to do that like while you're in the galley, or maybe not 30 minutes prior to landing, because what do the CVRs record 30 minutes prior? So, although there's a push now, I think some CVRs record even much longer. I think there's a push to make them record, I think, like 24 hours prior. All right, here's 5K. Power settings. Just start remembering 1.05. That's like your baseline, right? 1.05. 210. We might need a little less than that. But there we are. 1.04. Right about 210, and then adjust from there. But just spool them up. Get them boosted. You know, 1.04, 1.05, depending on everything else you're doing. And traffic on downwind 35 left. You going to turn base anytime soon, or are you in 390? This guy's go.
Starting the base turn in. Traffic on that.
At Orlando traffic, Ryan 357, 5,000 feet downwind. We're going to fly down to Key West before turning base, following Speedbird traffic. All right. I guess we're doing 35-mile finals tonight. CVR 2 hours. That's what it is. Yeah, that seems right. Outer tank fuel transferred. I know you can't see it. Whenever that pops up, come up here, check your fuel, make sure that these valves do open. I have had a valve stick. All right, we got the Speedbird Heavy out there. He's a 320 Heavy. Don't see him. What I'm going to do is I'm going to select heading, and then we're going to shoot the line.
I'm sure they'll understand.
Actually, we go to the same hotel, so Speedbids in Orlando stay at the same hotel as us. So does Virgin. All right. I'm going to draw a line off of FITM since we're going way out here. So let's clean up the box. Let's go FITM 186, insert, select heading. Boom. So now we've got ourselves a line out to FITM. Let's go ahead and descend and maintain 3,000. Thrust idle, open descent. Well, nope, there is no thrust idle. Remember, read the ECAM, don't just say it. Auto thrust is off. Powered idle, open descent. Down we go. All right, looking for the Speedbird Heavy. Should be just over the lake here somewhere. Oh no, he's actually over here further. Can't quite make him out. I love the cabins. We never did our cabin tour, dang it. But I love seeing the IAE engines. We might leave the cabin off for this one.
Orlando traffic, JetBlue 714, we are downwind for runway 36 left behind the Ryan in front of us.
Let's make a heading of 160. Oh, Kyle, 2 hours is a U.S. thing, 24 hours everywhere else? Interesting. Interesting. Alright, we're going to continue our left base. Orlando traffic, Ryan 357 left base, runway 35 left behind the 320 heavy. Alright, what I'm going to do to make life easier, since we're on an RNAV 2 here, let's just direct it to. I don't like how it's saying that. Let's go direct to FITM, insert, Navin, arm the approach, finals blue, app nav. Here comes 3,500 feet to level off. We're looking good. No, it's Ryan, not Ryanair, Dave. Ryan. Or Doubleworth, sorry. Yeah, Ryan International, call sign Ryan.
Traffic speed record 115, we're final for 36 left, Orlando.
Is he going to 3.6 or 3.5? Oh, we should have loaded 3.6. That's okay. AirTran will park on the southwest gates. That's fine. 3.5 left.
Orlando traffic, JetBlue 714, turning base runway 36 left.
We'll land 3.5 left to park on the southwest gates. That's even better. Better get your flaps out soon or you'll run out of flight. Nah, we're good. Right before FITM here. I'm going to scroll in 180. With 180 selected on base, let's go ahead and extend VFE next. Flaps 1. Here we go. There goes our EPers. They're going up to approach idle. See the N1's bumping up with it. Status, clear status. We're flying with the MEL. Check, clear status. And approaching VFE minus 10. Flaps. Duh. Manual thrust? Yeah, we're doing manual thrust. We're doing manual thrust today. Contrary to popular belief, you can fly the Airbus A320 without auto thrust.
Orlando traffic speed 195, short final, 36 left, Orlando.
Alright, here's the turn. Now, I'm not sure which version we have. We're either going to get a final lap here. I think we will. Finals blue, yeah, we'll get a final lap. If not, you'd have to go down to the FAF, which would be 1600 to get final lap. That was on an old software load too. There's final lap. We're flaps 2, 180. We're going to keep that until we go gear down. Runway's inside. Orlando traffic, Ryan 357 on final, 3.5 left. Orlando traffic. Normally don't land 3.5 left, but we're southwest-ish. Recording is on.
Caution the wake from the heavy speed bird.
We got the heavy speed bird inside.
2,500.
Alright, recording is on and recording. 3.5 left is in sight. Radio altimeter is alive. We're still holding that flaps too. Haven't even, we're nice and easy on the thrust. We're idle thrust. We're just sipping on gas. Airplane lives at flaps 2, 180. At 2,000 above field, which is right about now, we're going to manage the speed, gear down, arm the speed brake. As the gear comes down, speed really starts to decay. There's VFE next minus 10, flaps 3. We gotta do flaps full from wing view. And we're still coming down. There's VFE next minus 10. Flaps full IAE, max flap. Here we go. Oh, gotta love that. So much better on the IAE engines. All right. Landing checklist. Landing checklist. Cabin crew advised auto thrust. It is off. ECAM memo. Landing all green. Landing checklist is complete. Autopilot's off. Flight director's off. Give me the bird. Birds are on. Runway's in sight.
Orlando
Go ahead and
traffic,
spool 'em up.
JetBlue 714, sidestep into runway 3.
1,000 feet stable. We are clear to land. Put the tail of the bird on the horizon. That's a stock 3-degree path. And now we want to float. We don't want to float, but we want to get off towards the end here. So we're going to try to stretch the touchdown zone. We're still going to try to be legal, but we want to be barely legal on this one if we
Traffic,
can.
195, vacating 36
12 knot
left to the right,
crosswind,
holding short,
16 knot. Ooh,
35,
gust there. I guess it's going between 8 and 16. A little gusty, not crazy though. I love how I can look at the water and see what I'm seeing on my gauge. So 10 knots, just a nice little ripple going in the direction of the wind. You gotta love that. Ooh, it just shifted to tailwind. Ooh, it's shifty down here.
500.
All right, let's pay attention. No more looking at the chat. Here we go.
100 above.
It's actually more
Minimum.
gusty than I thought.
$100. 50, 40, 30, 20. Retard.
Okay, that's that crosswind physics. I would not do that, but that was a butter. Get her back on center line. I don't know why I just didn't want to come left. Come out of it. We don't need all that reverse. Yeah, that airplane would be blowing left, but that's just been a Microsoft thing since the get-go. But we barely I mean, that was a
Orlando
kiss.
traffic, JetBlue 714, 3 mile final, runway 35 left.
Orlando traffic, Ryan 357 will clear 35 left, taxi to the gate. Orlando traffic. MCO ground is online. Uh-oh. Let's stop here. Clean it up. Let's stop the recording.
Will be leaving their seats to perform safety-related duties. Then you remain seated.
Orlando airport info. We are going to airside 2. Orlando ground, good afternoon. Ryan 357, just clear 35 left. We're going to airside 2.
Ryan 357, taxi to airside 2 via Hotel 1.
Hotel 1, airside 2, Ryan 357. Alright, here we go. Oh, I never got the rest of the lights on, Rip. Nice strobes. Alright, here we go. Airside 2. Is this default Orlando or is this actual Orlando? I don't even know what I have anymore. I think this is default. I don't know. That looks pretty good though over there. Is that the new international terminal? No. This actually, this can't be. Is this default? Alright. That side load though, Gustavo. Let me see you post one up on the interwebs. I had the left rudder in there, but it's like that's where Microsoft fails. So like the airplane handle is good. I was able to straighten the nose out, but when you straighten the nose out, the airplane should want to go with the wind, right? It should want to go left. So you're coming in. Hold on, I got my model for this. You're coming in crab, right, to land because the wind is coming right to left. So when you straighten the nose, you're no longer crab. So what is the airplane supposed to do? It's supposed to come this way. That's what my correction was set up for. what happened, we straightened it out and it just landed on the right side of center line. So that's what happened there. That's a physics thing. That's not a Fenix thing, because I'm pretty sure that happens with every airplane in the sim when you get those direct crosswinds. Unless it's like, I think it has to be more strong. It has to be like 20 knots for the airplane to actually get blown over to the proper direction, right? All my landings are certified by Wingnut.
Orlando ground, hello, JetBlue.
Did I just turn on
714,
Hotel 2?
runway
I did.
35.
Oh well. I have a different scenery.
And JetBlue 714, Orlando ground, hello.
Should we try to get an? I don't
C
think.
gates
I don't know what
via
gates this would be here.
No, via Echo, cross the bridge on Echo, Charlie. And
Every airplane except the Comanche.
Bravo
There you go.
10, Bravo 11.
I don't have
Echo,
a
Charlie,
scenery,
Bravo 10, then
so we'll just go here. I was going to try to get GSX up. We'll save that for VA Fridays. See if we can get another dance. I love it. I do like this brake though. This brakes curve that I have, I love it. It feels very realistic, very natural with the amount of brake pressure. And then when you lock it, yeah, that's good. I like it. Brakes are set. We're not going to shut them down. We're going straight to replay. So, crosswind lesson while landing, and we're taxiing. You like that? All right, back to full screen cam. We're going to disconnect from my VEO. And let's turn the lights back on. And let's go flaps. I think we'll go 2. And we'll turn the cabin on, because the cabin is juicy. So we'll go here, look at that background. That's so cool. Cabin back on, please. All right, replay, here we go. This will actually be pretty cool. All right, but you guys understand what I'm saying about the crosswind and the crab? So if your landings look like that in like a 10-knot crosswind, there's really not. I mean, you're probably making the right inputs. You know, I could go left aileron there, but then that's very unnatural because you're anticipating that rudder when you straighten up that center line of the airplane with the center line on the pavement. You're anticipating the airplane to move over. That's where it gets fun when you're landing in crosswinds, because now that's where the skill comes in, is how you time that up and do you have the right amount of correction at the right time. But in Microsoft, it's really kind of hard to get that. What replay? This is flight recorder. Do you know if the Airbus has been released any ADs regarding fuel pumps? They need to be off. I heard that EasyJet, they have the wing pumps on and turned off only. The center pumps are turned off. Speed brake, it depends, man. There's like 400 different variants of fuel tanks, pumps, and all that. Like, it just depends. I have not heard that, though, on our fleet. Like, we run the pumps on. And every now and then you'll get a center tank pump fault if you have like maybe 100 pounds in there or something and you're right at the limit. The 319s typically had this, so you have to turn them off. But in normal ops, all our pumps are online. Andre Henry, I didn't realize you were at 48 months, man. That is wild. Thank you for the support, Andre. 4 years? This is like a realism. Look at that wing flexing out there. We just need the 319, 321 Sharklet, 319 Sharklet. Then we're gonna have to throw CFMs on it. Ew. Wingnut is probably making a clip of the flap extension for personal reasons. Pumps on or off during refueling? Off for refueling, Aaron. Definitely off for refueling. Definitely off for refueling. gonna watch one from inside to see if we even notice the touchdown. Had a lot of energy there, brought the power back idle, put in the flare, hold it. Oh my gosh. I guess landing rate wasn't working on that one. That seemed like an absolute greaser. Let's see. Let's wind it back. Oh, reverser open in flight. You don't want that. Reversers out, parking brake off, stow those. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? That might have been like a 3. That might have been a single digit. What would we call a single digit touchdown right there. Too bad we didn't nail that center line. Hold on, watch this. Let's turn off the follow me. Drone follow off. We're gonna go slow-mo to like 0.25. Hold on, pause. Here it comes. I mean, and it was right main and left main. So everything was good, except I didn't get blown over the center line like I had hoped. Here she comes. It's scary. Oh, just kissed it. But yeah, like, well, that's... Oh my gosh, that was perfect. Just perfect. All right. Let's wind it back. Let's do a proper flyby. Where'd she touch down at? Just in front. We'll go back here. Wind you out. All right, Chad. I'm gonna leave you one or two more. That was an absolute greaser. Direct crosswind. Oh, yeah, if it just pushed me over, it would have been even more perfect. Can't win them all, I guess. All right. But on that note, I do have to go get ready for work. I got to go fly the real bus right now. I'm going to go make sure I track my EGT start times, EGT on the turn. I'll post the data in the Discord once I get back from that. Look around for Wednesday for the next live. Probably going to be Cactus Ops. It's either going to be Cactus Ops or V-Spirit to Ponce. We shall see. Either way, have a wonderful rest of your night. Thanks for hanging out with me. Stay safe, stay healthy. Until the next one, I'm V1. See you.